and I'm almost collecting interviews, and I'm finding that I'm compiling a good amount of the top collectors that come to this show, and it's becoming a pretty interesting forum here. So I'm going to ask you the same questions that I asked Bunny, Carlos, and the rest. That what drum do you have that you'll never part with? What is the jewel of your collection?
Well, it's mainly that's for me. It's not a drum. It's what I really like is the pedals. So for me, I would never. Well, that's what I say now. But I would never part with pedals that I collect. It's not. Maybe it's not like wow, he's got a lot of. But that's the part of the drum set that I. Considered for me, well, I'd really like to have a big collection of weird pedals and all sort of.
Now, where do all those pedals come from inside those?
Yeah, and a lot of Frisco pedals.
Yeesh.
It's really a nice collection.
Wow.
Yeah, and I think the collection now belongs to the. I think it's given to the Paris.
Percussive Art Society.
To the museum.
Okay.
And there's a lot of like heel pedals.
Yes,
and
yes.
I don't know if you got that covered on video, but it's really interesting. And also the early hi-hat pedals, which weren't called hi-hats and actually weren't hi-hat, of course. The low boys.
The low boys, yeah.
The swings.
There were a lot this year that I saw, at least today.
Yeah, that's one collection. I think John Eldridge of Not So Modern Drum brought the pedals.
Great.
And it's really fun to look at them. And one of the good things is that you can look at these pedals and be really happy with a more modern pedal that we have today. You can choose whatever double bass pedal that goes through.
Yeah. Well, just by the way they have them set up, you can see the evolution from one to the next, where they solve that problem and then they go on to the next problem. And so, Tanco, I'll put the same question to you.
Yeah.
What would be the jewel of your collection that's something that maybe you'll never let go?
Well, I find it hard to keep drums, but one drum that I really like is it's really not that rare or old, but I remember Winnie bought it at our first visit, at my first visit to the Chicago show, and it's a 6.5 Blue Olive Black Beauty that I really like because it sounds really good. And also I like Duco drums.
Okay.
They're mostly the cheap ones with six lugs, and you could order them in various color combinations, and you see most of them are maroon and silver, but I have one that's baby blue with a gold stripe, a Ludwig Pioneer that I like. I have a Ludwig standard wooden drum with 8 Imperial lugs and Duco. I like those drums. They're not that special and a bit neglected, I think. But it's hard to have your collection grow bigger, because, like Winnie said, I live on the 4th floor. My drums on the attic, and sometimes you have to make choices, also financially. But I love. Like picking a drum up and cleaning it and tuning it and playing it, and sometimes then pass it on.
You just bring it back to life.
Yeah, that's a great feeling.
No, I understand. I'm pretty sure you are doing a show over in the Netherlands, right? Is it both of you together, or is it just you, Winnie?
No, it's the two of us.
And what do you call that show?
That's the Amsterdam Vintage and Custom Drum
And
show.
how many shows have there already been?
We have had 3 of them, and this year, October 20 and 21, will be the 4th.
Okay.
So,
and are you inviting the Americans to come over, and like you guys come over here?
A lot of guys have been there.
Does John go over there, John Aldrich? Or,
John Aldrich,
I know he does some traveling.
Johnny Creffiotto was there. Chet Falzerano was there.
You know, I've never met Chet Falzerano, and I don't think he's come to this show, has he?
He lives in Italy then.
Yeah.
Isn't that something?
Want to come back to
Sheesh.
But he's been there, and it's really nice.
But the show is going well, and
yeah, it's going well. And
are you featuring European drums, or?
Also, but we also want to feature our own stuff from our own collection, of course. And Well, that's what we did in the beginning, and we were like hustling with big trucks with our own kits.
Uh-huh.
Then we
We
thought
have an
it would-
exhibition each year in the lobby.
yeah, it's sort of part of divided in a museum part.
It's in the same location every year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So because of the first time we had so much drums to haul into the
Yeah.
we decided it would be better to ask a lot of friends to bring a kit, and we know a lot of people there. So every year it's a collection of different. So everybody brings a set that's special, and people enjoyed it. So it's fun.
So what have you seen at this show that really caught your eye this year? Anything?
There were some nice clinics at Shaughnessy. We really enjoyed that.
Uh-huh. Now you were working on a deal was it over in the consignment area or just a little while ago? Did it happen, or what were you looking at?
I mean the blue white.
I saw those,
yeah. Yeah, we're working on that, but what I like is I didn't see there were two cracks in the bottom of the base.
Uh-huh.
So we decided to leave that on.
I was asking the other guys if they have any stipulations as to the condition of the drums that they buy. Like, say you find a nice Black Beauty or something, but it's in horrible condition, and just because it's a Black Beauty, it's a pretty rare drum. Would you still purchase that, or would you have to have it a certain grade?
Well, it depends a little bit. Of course, I'm buying to sell in Europe, and a lot of people just. It depends on if you have the idea. Okay, it's still a nice drum, and it's okay. It's a player's drum, and it's not really somebody who will put it up in his collection as the centerpiece of a collection, but just needs that drum to play or to have. Then it's okay if maybe an extra hole or whatever.
Uh-huh.
Well, yeah, these drums are old, so they have a life, and I'm old, you know. So
Hey, that's it. Throw them out. That's it. Well, gentlemen, this has been terrific. I'm glad we finally got to get together.
Thanks.
We missed you last year, Winnie.
Okay.
And Tanco, it's been a pleasure meeting you. And we hope to see you next year at the show.
Absolutely.
And hopefully I'll have some people from Southwest Florida come up to the Chicago show and say hello to both of you. Take care. It's been a pleasure.
thanks, man.